So back in the studio, got a few hours before I'm going to go hang out with a good friend, Mr. Smith. We're going to go to my favorite cigar shop. We're going to burn some stogies because it's what we do on our days off. Anyways, I've got 3 days of work coming up, so I thought, I'm going to have a little fun in the studio. This is a project I've been in the back of my head for, I don't know, a couple months. I see. Here's a confession. I don't play a lot of video games, but when I do, I really obsess over them. And so one of the games I've obsessed with over my lifetime has been the Fallout series. If you're an art lover, yeah, stick around. If you're a Fallout fan, then yeah, this might be for you. Fallout 3, you have that nice opening sequence. You're zooming into the radio in the burnout bus, and they're playing this song, I Don't Want to Set the World on Fire, by this band called the Ink Spots. And so I was rummaging around in one of my local thrift stores the other day, finding some 78s to paint on because I love doing that. And I ran across 3 albums from the Ink Spot. I don't have the album with that song on it, but I had 3 Ink Spots albums, and I thought, I want to do something really cool with this. And I've been kicking some ideas around, and I thought, Vault Boy on an Ink Spot album. And so I designed this template, and so if you can see from here, the Ink Spot name is right here. And I designed the template so that when I lay down the first layer, I keep the reveal on the old album layer showing their name. So a little homage to their addition to that great game. And so I've got the album washed, I got it prepped, I've got it laid down. I'm going to begin the process with this one, and we'll see where it ends up today. So let's turn on the big monster fan and let's get going. You guys would be so proud because my paint room is so clean. I don't know about you guys. I get to that point. There's times I can create in chaos, and I'm great at it. It doesn't bother me. I mean, hell, put me in an airport lobby with my laptop, I can write a damn book. And then there's times where if one piece of paper is out of place, I'm off my game. And so it's been an interesting couple weeks because I got the laser, which I'm calling the Lasinator. Played with it, learned the process of using it to cut versus having used my Cricut that I've done for the last 2 years. Really, really freaking love it. Love it so much I threw the boxes away. That's how much I loved it. And, okay. Oh, I didn't need to keep this one here. So, I'm loving it because there's my ink spots right with the label reveal. So as thumbs up, Vault Boy is drying over there in the drying rack, we're going to go ahead and get up to finger guns, or well, let's call it maybe Buddy Jesus Vault Boy. And let's get this thing laid out. Now this one's going to cover most of the album label on this one, but there's a little bit of that kind of filigree work that's around the edge of this album that I want to go ahead and pick up in the reveal. I'm going to make sure I like my settings here. All right, I like it, I like it, I like it. All right, turn the fan on, let's do some painting. I'm loving my foot switch for my fan. Nice. Oh yeah. See if you can see this. I like the little filigree reveal, and it does say RCA. I was hoping I was going to catch that. That looks that good. Yeah. So I'm going to set this over on the drying rack over here. So this guy is Wolf Gray next. We're going to lay down the shoes for this little guy. This one's kind of fun. Again, this is a totally different one than I've done recently. A lot of spot color. This is not converting a picture. This is converting a spot color graphic over, and it's been kind of fun. A lot of work there. That was hard. Yeah, so again, got a little bit of the outline. It's kind of hard to see right now, but again, the whole concept is we lay down a layer of black. That's when we leave an outline around the whole piece, because this is an outline piece. And the nice thing is if we mess it up, we grab the Posca pen and we touch stuff up. So an easy piece to work on. So I'm going to lay that guy. We're going to set these over in the drying rack. It's not going to take any time for this guy to dry. I'm going to grab the next one in the series, and that one is going to have probably some gray in it too. Who knows? Okay. Well, I didn't have any quippy comments after I painted that because that was a lot of fun. What do you guys do when you screw up a piece of art? You know, it's funny. I was cleaning up my studio the other day, and in fact, if I can find it, give me a second. So I was cleaning up my studio the other day, and you know, screw ups. I think sometimes it's a matter of timing and a matter that impacts our viewpoint and whether or not a mistake is a screw up. It's unrecoverable. So I was cleaning up the paint room the other day, and it was a deep clean. It's probably the first time I did it. I got rid of old stencils, got rid of some art that I just knew wasn't going anywhere. It was some practice pieces, you know, and it's nothing I was ever going to sell. And, you know, I'm at the point in my house that I have to ration my wall space, and we're going totally maximalist, and I still have to maximize wall space. So I ran across this piece that I had done, and I was playing with just creating kind of a nebula background. I was just printing. This was probably some old painting that I had, a recycled canvas, literally. And I remember getting done with this thinking, oh, I hate this. But I didn't throw it away. I put it up. And the funny thing is, I got it out the other day, and I went, wow, that's kind of interesting. And my mind thought I'll use it as a background for something else. So I don't know what I'm going to put on it. But a little encouragement. Even when we think we screw up, maybe we come up with something that we can use later. I don't know. So I'm going to do something I do every once in a while. Is I'm going to paint this with 2 coats, but super light coats, because again, I don't want it to pucker up and do that, but I want to try to keep these coats light. But I do need to get that full coverage, that big opaque color, to make this pop. I don't want it to blend. So while this guy is drying, I'm going to move him very carefully over to the drying rack. I'm going to go ahead and grab out the finger gun, and its third layer is also Europe blue. Imagine, it's almost like the same designer did that. All right, so we're going to do the same thing over here. Get this thing weighted down nice and good. Let's see if we can get this one. Going to do the same exact thing with this one. Keep the coat light. Going to let it dry. Going to give it about 10 or 15 minutes. We're going to come back. We're going to touch this one up. Then we're going to go grab the other one, touch it up again. So, all right, let's let this dry. We'll be back in a few. All right, back from that cigar with Mr. Smith. And yes, I changed my shirt. Well, you know, you got to look nice when you're smoking a cigar. And yeah, I think I like this approach of doing the light layers better. I think that's smarter. Yeah, let's see if we can lay it down a few more layers here. So cool, I like that. Let's see what we're going to do next. Let's see, that was layer 3 on both these guys. These are 2 good ones to paint together because it's literally the same ones. And so, yeah, this is, again, if you can see that, this is some of my compounded stencils there. I'm using two kind of yellows. Empanina yellow, I hope I said that right, and party yellow. So it's time to paint two different colors. You ready? Okay, we're gonna let that sit for about 5 minutes. We'll sneak back, do it again. Let's see if I can do this without scooting it. Okay. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. But see, it's coming together. So I think, what do we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers today? 5 colors, 4 layers. We're going to let this dry overnight before we touch it again. And I think that does it for the day. Well, hey, you're back. I am too. I survived 3 days at work. The sniffles are gone. It's kind of sunny outside after raining yesterday, and it's time to get back in the paint room. Alrighty. So we got a big thumb up here and our Buddy Christ. I looked it up this weekend. I was saying it wrong. It's not Buddy Jesus. It's Buddy Christ. Sorry, Kevin Smith. But yeah, it's looking good. Let's see what's next. Let's see. We did those layers, and so looks like we're going to do some white, Malta white on both of these, and so this will be fun. And I imagine what we're going to do with these, because again, light going over dark again, we're going to take the time to do a nice light layer. Love Malta white, by the way. It's such a good skin tone. I use it with people of all different complexions. Go ahead and weigh all this stuff down. Yeah, not going too bad. The fun thing I love about these are such small, concise layers. They're easy to paint. They paint quick. They generally dry quick, so we'll get a lot of coverage on this today. And we're on stencil 5 out of 8 on all of these. Here we go. We're going to leave those right there, let them dry up nice and good, and we'll come back, hit them again in about 10 or 15 minutes since we're not moving the stencils. Shouldn't take that long. We'll let that first layer tack up good and just kind of build up nice and slow with that light color. And after we get done with this, let's see, what are we doing? Oh, we're touching up the black layer. We're getting close. All right, we're back. We're getting close on this. We're getting close. I'm going to do another little spray here real quick, and let it sit for a little bit. I'm doing a little editing in the editing in the other room. So, you know, the coffee hasn't kicked in this morning. It happens. I think this layer may get it. Maybe one more coat. I'm liking these light layers, and we'll be back in a few. Yeah. Peel these bad boys off. They're dry now. I can use my fingers. They're dry-ish. Yeah, I expected around the fingers I was going to get a little bleed, so we're going to touch this up right here. Posca pin it when we get done. I kind of expected that on this project. And let's see how finger guns are. I'm a happy puppy. I'm a happy puppy. So we're going to go ahead and do the next layer on both the thumbs up and the Buddy Christ Vault Boy that we got there. It's the black touch-up layer. It's going to add in all the details right around the face area here and a little detail in the hands here on old Mr. Finger Guns. And so let's dive in. Let's get started. So that one. Yeah, probably won't finish this up tonight because the next layer is white on top of the black. Maybe I'll get to it. I don't know. It's getting late. Of course, this little guy's got a little detail right around the face. He's kind of got that funny, squinchy face. This will be fun. And a little more detail right on the hands, right on the ends of the thumbs to give us a little bit of finger detail. All right. Good to be back in the studio. Let this stuff dry overnight. I actually snuck back in and went ahead and blasted these with one more coat of black before I called it a day yesterday because I realized I want to get done with these. And so, you know what I do there. So I didn't have to show you again. So let's go ahead and do the reveal on Thumbs Up and Buddy Christ Vault Boy. Here's the Buddy Christ one. Oh yeah, here we go. Love it, love it, love it. I love the definition of the thumbs. I love what that adds back in. And here's our Thumbs Up. Oh yeah, nice and tight. Adds so much definition. We're so close to being done. Interesting. So this is what I do every once in a while on the fly. So I just kind of decided something on the fly here. So I'm gonna go grab my tape. So this one, originally, we were supposed to paint, see if you can see right here, a little elbow of white right there. So when I designed this, I didn't think about the fact I was going on a black album. So if I painted that white, it's kind of look stupid. So we don't have erasers for stencils, but we do have tape. So I'm going to take that little hole back over and just skip that guy. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. So definitely going to do probably 2 light coats on this one to make that white pop, and just see on this one, and of course this one too. All right, let's get to painting. Looks good. So this has been such a fun project. And again, it all started because I found this Ink Spots album. I found 3 of them. And so I thought, I just want to do something that's cool, honors their addition to the game Fallout 3. And they obviously probably aren't around anymore and don't realize they're part of that game. But again, it was one of the funnest songs in that game. To me, there was nothing like blasting the beasties, slaying some ghouls, and that Capital Wasteland radio with 3 Dog playing in the background. I always love that. I absolutely loved the every aspect of that game. The stories, the music. It was fun. In fact, when 76 first came out, if you guys played that one, I think at first they had Country Roads by license to play in that game, so there was just this very cathartic thing you could do by just blasting the baddies while John Denver's playing in the background. He probably never dreamt that up. So, oh, I'm happy with this one. So happy with this one. And again, the RCA is right here. I love that. A little bit of that gold filigree work that they had on their albums, on those Victrola albums. I like it. Again, not a perfect background, but these are, gosh, these are almost 80-year-old records. There's going to be some nicks and dents in them. That's part of the joy of that one. And of course, this is the one that started it all, because it definitely wanted to leave ink spots right there. And I did, and that made me so happy. Okay. And I'm glad how the mouth came out. I went ahead and touched these up, cleaned my lines up with my black Posca. It was really good. I used that smallest one that they have. Okay. But what do you think? I like these. Kind of a classic look. One of the things I like about that game is that modern, what do they call it? Mid-century modern vibe that just flows through that game. I love it. I love it. And of course, you can't have mid-century modern without some 78 records. It's good. So yeah, I'm happy with these. I'm going to clean this up real quick. Get a little alcohol hiding over here. And before you panic, alcohol won't melt the record, but acetone will so melt these records, so don't use acetone on a 78. Yeah. Such a fun project. I'm so happy I did this. Two done. I like them. I like them. All right. Little varnish. I'm using Montana Colors Indoor Protective Varnish. It's some good stuff. So see if we can get a good picture of this one nice up and close. If you can see that ink spot. Sorry for the glare. I love that we left the ink spots name revealed in that corner. Kind of like Vault Boy giving them the big old thumbs up for that song. And of course, I love this Finger Guns Buddy Christ version of it. I love it. You see how that lacquer just gives it a nice uniform finish all the way around.